Good morning, YouTube. It is 4:57 in the morning and we have a crazy workout today. We're going downtown Austin to get after it. Yesterday, you just saw I finished up a bike ride, and this is kind of the hustle I'm on, from bike to run to swim to lift. So just gonna walk you guys through that and show you guys a kick-ass day. All right, so we're in downtown Austin right now. As you can see the backdrop back there, we are gonna hit a track workout. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna tell you guys like the full track workout once we're done, but we're gonna have a 1.5 mile warm up around Lady Bird Lake, come back, hit a track workout, film some of that, and then I'm gonna show you guys like my meal prep the rest of the day. And yeah, we're just gonna get after it, kind of show you guys like keep you in the loop of like a full day of training.
Start with a warm-up, and the way, if you're new, the warm-up works is it's 15 minutes, so go out really easy, 7.5 minutes wherever you are, turn around, come back. We'll do some run drills, we'll explain the workout, and we'll hit it. Okay, let's go.
15-minute warm-up.
15-minute warm-up, and then we're gonna work up a sweat. It's actually already stupid humid right now. So. Catch it. Progress.
Now I can increase out my liquid there.
You rolling?
Yeah.
All right, so this is my first track workout. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna figure out as we go. This is all new to me. So after the run, after the 1.5 mile warm up, we just start stretching. I actually never used to stretch, so this is like super new to me. I kind of just like get in the mix and just get after it. Surprised I'm not hurt yet, so this is like this Ironman prep. I'm just really focusing on stretching and staying as healthy as I can. And part of that is getting light on my feet, which I'm going to explain my diet here soon. But leg swings, and then we'll grab water and then we'll get going.
Hey Billy, how are you? 100 each time, a 1200, and then once we get to the 800s, we're going to do 3 by 800, then we're going to do 3 by 400, and 3 by 200. Okay, dropping all the way down. Now, the rest is, if it's a 2K, it's 2 minutes. Once we drop down to a 1 mile, it's 90 seconds, and then from 1200 down, it's only a minute rest all the way through. Okay, on the 400s, a minute rest, the 200s, it's 200 jogging between each. Rules for today, we should be at 10K pace. However, it's very hot and muggy. Threshold is your limit. Whatever your threshold heart rate is, we run up against it, not above it. And what should happen is it should feel somewhat conservative in the beginning to stay there, and we should ideally progress speed as we go through the session. However, as we accrue a fatigue and we drop the mileage down, if we're just holding speed, that's good enough for me. Okay, the 800s, 400s, that's your opportunity to open it up a little bit if you want to, if you feel good.
All right, so we just did 5 laps around the track. All right, so we did 2,000 meters. Like I said, I never do track workouts, but 2,000 meters. And then we have a mile. So we're like slowly working down. So let's do it.
Better? Okay.
helped a lot.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay.
yeah, feel good.
What's your effort on this?
Probably like 7.
Okay,
Stays
good.
the same.
Stay here. Yeah.
Yeah, I just try to keep a nice steady pace.
Okay, good.
But I feel pretty good.
Okay. Good. Form looks good. Definitely, there's no reason to press any more than you're doing right now. The
Okay.
volume of work is going to show up.
Yeah.
So it's just holding form as the fatigue creeps in right now.
Yeah.
And then cadence. Continue to focus on like quick to light turnover.
Yeah, I tried to. I do feel, I think the only reason I feel it in my calves, I did try adjusting my pedal so it's flat.
Okay, good.
But I still feel it from yesterday.
Okay, okay.
But it's not like as bad.
Okay,
Nearly.
okay. If anything gets to a point of like it's tight, let's stop. I'd
Okay.
rather, we've already done such good work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. And don't push. Don't land with your tension in your ankles. That always helps.
Yeah. What do you got next? Is it,
You guys just did the mile.
yeah.
1200.
What's
so
that?
3 laps.
3 laps.
So you just drop a lap each time.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So one of the reasons why the calves hurt right now is because I was biking, and when my pedal stroke is, I'm on my toes. So like I feel it a lot in my calf. And that's what we're trying to work on, is just keeping the foot flat throughout the pedal stroke, so it doesn't affect my run. But yeah, here we go. All right, so we started at 5 laps, went to 4, went to 3, went to 2, went to 1, and just winded all the way down. That's today's track workout. I'm absolutely drenched. These were blue, and now they look black. So yeah, we got the sweat equity done, and next I'll show you guys what I eat after this. I brought it like a pre-packed meal, so let's do it. If only you guys knew how good this is. It tastes amazing. Like I said, it's 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, unsweetened coconut flakes, light and fit Greek yogurt, and then 2 scoops of BPN peanut butter vegan protein. No joke, it tastes like icing on like a peanut butter cake. It's amazing. Just trust me. All right, what's up guys? So we are back from the workout. The track workout felt really good. You know, I'm starting to get lighter on my feet, and that is all due to nutrition. And I'm gonna show you guys kind of like the mistakes I made so far in the Ironman training with carbohydrates, because I was on like this whole carbohydrate crave as fuel. I'm going to explain that in my meal prep here soon, but I want to show you guys the apartment. As you guys can see, this is like the background, but it's a little messy. It's not as clean as it was when I first moved in, just because I've been super busy. To start out, this is like my couch. I bought this at Big Lots, so if you're looking for couches, Big Lots has like some cheap ones. Over here I have my bike, and then the bike is also hooked up to my Tac X2 trainer. And then it's sitting here on like a styrofoam mat, just so when I sweat, it doesn't sweat on the floor. Also, like the chain oil and stuff won't go on the floor. I have my pump back there. Out here is kind of like the view. You know, it's nice on the sunsets and stuff, but then here's my little television. You know, you gotta make what works. And my little stand. Might have to upgrade those too, but it's good for now. Here is the flag. And then also to show you guys, like, my bedroom right here is kind of how that looks like. I have a Go One More flag, and then I have 2 big windows there. Then here is my bathroom. This is kind of how that looks like. And then there's the scale. Now making our way back out here. This is the kitchen. There's like my office setup where I like edit my YouTube videos. And then over there I got the BPN supplements all along there. And yeah, and some whiskey whenever I want to quick catch a buzz. Which I have not touched since I've gotten here, because like right now Ironman prep's so, like, it's my priority. Like, I'm trying to do really good on it, and I just can't afford to go out and, you know, get hammered and then hit a workout the next day. It's just not gonna work out for me. You gotta think of your body as a race car, like I always say. Put shitty gas in it, you're gonna get shitty results. It's not gonna start up right, all that. So basically, I'm just controlling what I can control, which is nutrition, which is fueling everything I do. So that's why this video is super important. I'm gonna get a few things at the grocery store. I'm gonna take you guys to HEB. I have to get a few more odds and ends, and then I'll prep my meals and show you guys what that looks like. Now, for those that have never been to Texas, and I'm realizing this now, I've been to Texas before, but I mean, it is hot. So I have to train in the mornings. Like, They call this the poor man's altitude because basically if you train in this heat, it's similar to training, like the benefits of training in like higher elevation, just because of the heat and how much your blood has to produce oxygen. So a lot of really good athletes are training down here in Austin, which is super sick. Like I'm training with some pro triathletes, which is amazing. So, you know, learning from them and just watching them is super beneficial for me. But with that being said, on our way to HEB. Now, the only thing I really got here at this grocery store is chicken breast and some toppings, but that's because I'm all stocked up on everything else. So on the way back to the apartment, I'm gonna show you guys how to cook like a weapon to be a weapon. So back to the apartment, I actually stopped tracking calories, which is what I want to talk about also. And I'm gonna quick say why. Number one is because I just came off a bodybuilding show. And for those that are, you know, actively tracking calories, it's good to have that baseline, but I think there's a benefit to taking a break from it, if that makes sense. Because you don't want to track your entire life. You want to be able to intuitively eat. So that's what I'm personally working on. Just because I have a platform on social media and I am like somewhat fit, doesn't mean that I struggle with tracking calories. Doesn't mean that I never have those mental barriers in my mind, because it is hard to deal with sometimes if like tracking calories becomes something monotonous and all you do is think about food. Take a break from a while, eat healthy, eat clean, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that because that's what I'm doing now in my Ironman preps. All right, so now I'm going to break down everything that I eat, the meal plan for my Ironman. So to start off, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I made a mistake going from bodybuilding to Ironman. Bodybuilding was mostly about using carbs to hit certain macros to fuel you for different workouts. Also to make sure that you're staying sane because of the low calories. You know, you like the little treat. Ironman training is a lot different, and I learned the hard way. So basically, transitioning out of my bodybuilding show, I went into my Ironman, and I just thought carbs were everything I needed to perform. And now I learned, because when I first came down here to Texas, and even before that I was training, I was just gaining weight. I was just feeling very inflamed, you know, just really not feeling optimal, waking up sore and bloated. And I was like, what is this? And then I figured out it was because I was eating way too many carbohydrates. So now what I do, and it's made a huge difference. I mean, I've lost 6 pounds since the last video I made, which is nuts to me, but you know, it's all water and glycogen, but I know I'm also losing body fat because of this approach. And what that approach is I'm gonna call this the iron diet. You become good at endurance, more efficient, stronger in the gym, build muscle, and that's why I like the iron diet. That's what I'm gonna call it. But basically all I do is I eat whole foods. It's no, you know, I learned this from multiple creators and just put together my own spin on things. But I eat whole foods, but I only use carbs around my times of workouts. So it's only before a workout I'll ever eat a carbohydrate. After that is normally just meat and vegetables, or you know, any sort of fat, because carbohydrates are used as jet fuel. Basically, you're gonna wanna have them right before you work out, as you're gonna need the glycogen on the workouts where you're lifting heavy or you're doing sprints. Long distance, I don't eat carbs. Like long runs, long rides, I don't eat carbs, because primarily then you're burning fat. So what I make sure to keep on me is electrolytes and you know, maybe a carb source, maybe if I need it, but electrolytes, water, and BCAAs for those longer like runs. Like if you go out and hit a long run and it's low heart rate, you're not tapping into your glycogen. Realistically, you're gonna burn a lot of fat and not carbs. So that's kind of how like I'm setting up my nutrition. If I have an intense workout, my carbs consist of only these foods. Heart rate's high, the expenditure, you need the fast twitch muscles, that's all glycogen dependent. So my carb sources in times like that are gonna be blueberries, potatoes, red skin potatoes, rice, lastly unfiltered honey. So the reason why I chose all those carbohydrate sources is because those don't bloat me at all. They're very efficient, they digest well. I can have them and it's not going to spike my ghrelin. It's not going to make me super hungry. Whereas if I ate like super sugary foods, processed foods, seed oils, I'm going to feel bloated. I'm going to get like super hungry and then I'm going to overeat. Especially when my expenditure is this high, it makes you hungry to begin with. So that's the hardest part for me, is just like, you know, eating these carbs around my workouts when I need them. I make them simple so that way it doesn't affect my hunger, you know, or my training after that. I don't feel bloated. I just feel like, you know, like a weapon, like I barely even ate anything. So with that being said, now moving on to the fat sources. So my fat sources are coming from avocados, and one thing I want to say about the fat, I only eat fat with protein, and that's majority of my meals. Literally, I'll probably only eat a carbohydrate right before like an intense workout. Some days I don't have any intense workouts, so I'm not eating carbs. But like I said, I'll eat it maybe once a day, one of those three, depending on what, you know, works for me or what I have accessible. Avocados are really healthy fat that just make me feel amazing, get the calories in, get the fat in for fuel, for my longer endurance rides and for my low heart rate work like my runs. Also here we got some cottage cheese. I just started adding this. I actually love cottage cheese. I haven't had it in a while just because of the calories, but I need the calories on prepping the fat. So that's that. Also, the peanut butter. This is one of my favorites. As you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I made it with this. Peanut butter is amazing. I have like a tablespoon or two a day, and that's another fat source, maybe 3 tablespoons depending. Also, I didn't realize like coconut flakes have a lot of fat in them, but I drizzle coconut flakes on like my Swedish stuff. Like if I have honey and blueberries, I'll throw coconut flakes on it, just give it some fat to fuel me through my workouts, and some and all my protein and peanut butter. Next, going into my protein sources, basically I keep it simple because I like to say adherence is your appearance. Because if you eat like shit, you're gonna look like shit. It's just the kind of how it works. But here's eggs. Like I like my protein lean and efficient. Eggs, chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast. This is when my fat's high and I need to keep my fat lower. I'll incorporate some chicken breast with my omelet in the morning. Also here we have some lean ground beef, 93%. Now that's high for me right now, but it's because I'm trying to like slowly cut weight. I want to, once I get deeper into prep, like the big Ironman prep, like the Arizona, when I'm like 4 weeks out, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting higher fat content just because of calories. But 93 still has a good amount of fat in it, so I use that. I eat most of my meals as that. Then here, a protein source is fat-free cheese. I do this because I can overeat cheese, so I get fat-free, so it's not adding as many calories. And then here, you guys have been getting questions on why I went vegan protein. I actually didn't. I still use whey. So these are one of my 2 favorite flavors. I mix them together. I was consuming, you know, 2 scoops a day of protein to help me hit my requirements. When I had 2 scoops, it was like to the point, maybe 2.5 some days. It was to the point where like I was getting bloated all the time. So what I'll do is I'll mix vegan and whey, those 2 together. I don't bloat much because it's kind of, the vegan doesn't bloat at all, but I like the taste of the whey. So mixing the 2 together is just perfect for me, and it works really well. Thick Greek yogurt, so I might be moving to a higher fat content yogurt, but for now this, you know, has 14 grams of protein and pretty low carb, 8 carb. So it's pretty good, hits my macros good, and it's good to mix with my protein and my peanut butter. Like I said, that's that meal that I showed you at the beginning. But other than the almond milk, that's pretty much all I eat. I keep it simple because I'm a simple guy. I think if you make shit too difficult, it's really hard to adhere to. If you want to get lean, strong, and not have to worry about tracking and not have to worry about, you know, feeling like shit because you're on low calories, you just literally eat whole foods and you'll be amazed. Whole foods, and limit your carb intake, because limiting your carb intake is going to, in essence, just suppress the hunger because your insulin and your ghrelin isn't spiking simultaneously, and it just keeps your glucose levels at bay, and it just makes, you know, sticking to your diet a lot easier, because at the end of the day, if you're hungry, you're gonna get cravings. And you know, sometimes I'm a fat kid at heart. I was never like a fat chubby kid, but I feel like I would be if I eat like I do now. So like what it does for me is it just like, eating this food just really satiates me, and I feel amazing. I've never felt better. I feel like a weapon. That's when I say I love it. I love what I eat, and that's the thing. Find that balance and you'll be set. Now, this is like my typical dinner. I'm gonna add some sugar-free ketchup to that. Mainly the reason why I keep it low carb right now is because I'm not doing anything the rest of the day. There's no reason for myself to load up with carbohydrates, get all bloated and shit, and just really feel inflamed. So what I do is I eat my carbs, like I said, around my workouts. Use it as jet fuel because you're gonna tap in your glycogen stores on those hard workouts. You know, like the heavy weight training sessions or you know, those quick, hard endurance workouts. That's when you're gonna burn carbs. Other than that, you really don't need to eat carbohydrates. A lot of people think you do. They'll be like, oh, I'm feeling tired today, I'm just gonna eat more carbs. No, that's a calorie equation right there. Your body burns fat as fuel also. Carbs, I like to use it strategically around workouts to stay lean, strong, and most importantly, to help myself accomplish these goals. Because I did find out that eating too many carbs just makes you really inflamed. And although it tastes good, can actually negatively affect you, which I didn't realize, and I'm learning along the process. So the whole moral of the story is use carbs as jet fuel. Don't make it a lifestyle where that's all you eat. Prioritize meat, red meat, chicken, eggs, fish, and then fats like your peanut butter, your almond butter, avocados, and then vegetables, and then use your carbs when you need to, almost as like jet fuel. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me a lot when you like these videos. There's some more I can put out for you guys with your support. So thank you again. Stay corn fed. I'll catch you guys in the next one.